Good morning, everyone. Chiclet and I are headed to the garden where we're going to pick some veggies. Right, Chicky? Come on. Let's go check out the garden. I love you. Well, here I have some Brussels sprouts that I just planted these little seedlings in here in these pots. I found a clearance sale at our local market out the road, and they sell plants in the spring, and they wanted to get rid of them, so they were really dirt cheap. I got a whole bunch of them for like $2. So I planted them in these pots, and they're growing well. And here in these raised beds, I have, in this one I have carrots and onions. And if I can get a little closer, the carrots are growing really nicely. You can see them coming in here. The onions are doing pretty well. So I think we're going to have a lot of nice carrots and some good onions. And then in this bed over here, I have more carrots and some leeks, which are they're not grown yet. And kale. I know the kale looks a little sparse, but I picked a whole bunch of it the other day. So, and then we got some rain, some pretty severe thunderstorms, and which we needed the rain. We didn't really need the pounding rain, but some rain's better than none. So everything is kind of springing right up, and I'm really thrilled. Here is my tomato patch. They are getting huge, and I know some of them are standing up. That's because I have them on tomato cages on the end, so they didn't flop over into the path. But they're loaded with tomatoes. Let me see if I can get a close-up here for you. There's just little tomatoes over here everywhere. They're still small, but they're a fairly large tomato once they're grown. And I get them from High Mowing Seeds. They're called Iron Lady. And the reason I got these, normally I like to plant heirloom tomatoes and vegetables, but I've had such a problem with blight here in our area that 2 years ago I decided to try this variety. It is early and late blight resistant, and I've had great success with these for the past 2 seasons. So that's why I grow these now. I do grow some cherry tomatoes that are heirloom tomatoes, and they do fairly well also. They're in the greenhouse. Okay, we'll take a look at the peppers. On my last gardening video I did a few weeks ago, the pepper plants were very small, and as you can see, they're growing. We have over here, I try not to wiggle this camera too much, but these are they're growing, getting peppers. This row, there's my crazy rooster. This row and this row right here is called King of the North. It's a bell pepper. Crazy rooster, he's silly. And then I have some sweet yellow peppers over here. This entire row here are some sweet yellow Italian peppers. And I have one. This is a ghost pepper plant that I got at that same market. It was on clearance sale. I got it for 50 cents. And I have little peppers on it. Cool, huh? And here along the fence are my pole beans. They got off to a slow start this year, but they're starting to come along now, so that'll be fine. I can't wait until they grow. I have them all down the fence line, all the way to the end back there, and then across the back. Then I have some more That trellis right there is a cucumber trellis. I'll show you the cucumbers in a minute. Sorry about Mr. Noisy over there. Okay, here's my cucumber trellis. Here's a nice cucumber. I'm gonna pick that one today. And there's a few more on here I'm gonna pick. I don't know what's happening though. Some of my cucumber plants are starting to look like that. And that's never happened before, so I'm not sure what it is. If any of you know what's causing that, let me know so I can fix it. And then I have some more pole beans on the inside of the trellis that I just planted, oh, maybe a week or so, 2 weeks ago. They're starting to come up. And here is the zucchini and squash plants. This is a nice zucchini. Look at that one. That one's going in the basket in a minute. And then over here we have some more. Oh yeah, my eggplant are growing. They're growing nicely. They're getting little eggplants on them. This is a golden zucchini plant here. Those are nice. I gotta do a little weeding too. I have some more eggplant blooms right there. And some more zucchinis in here. Oh, here's a nice one that's going into the basket in a few minutes. And I think I have a few yellow squash over here that are ready. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a nice one in there. Okay, oh, and here's a nice big zucchini. Look at him. Okay. Let's check it out. The chickens are waiting patiently here because I always throw them the scraps and leaves or anything they don't use. Okay. Alright, now here's my climbing squash plant. One of a few I have. This one seems to be doing the best. Here you can see the squash growing on it. Look at this one. That's pretty cool, huh? It's growing really well. My dill is taller than me. Now this little bed, this little bed I just kind of threw together, but these are some cabbage plants I got on clearance, as well as these pepper plants that I got on clearance. They're really growing well. They were only half that size when I put them in like 10 days ago. Here is my Portuguese kale. It's huge. The leaves get huge. It's really good in soup. And I got a few more pepper plants right there. My celery's growing nicely. Chiclet's helping weed the garden. She's a good weeder. Here's my red cabbages. I picked the green ones. The red ones weren't ready yet, but it looks like they're doing well. They're forming their heads now, so that's great. Okay, I'm going to take you over and show you the pumpkin patch. Okay, here's my pumpkin patch, and they are growing very well. There's a really nice one in here if I can find it to show you. Let me see where it is. Look, there's a nice pumpkin. It's growing well. It's not the only one. There are quite a few more in here. That I think so far. There's another little one. There's another one back there as well. They're growing well. Really happy with this. It's called a triple treat pumpkin. It's the first time I've tried this kind. It's really growing well. In fact, it's growing so well, it's migrating over into the chicken pen. So I guess the chickens are going to get some free stuff to eat. And this is just some compost in my compost pile here. When I clean out my chicken pen, I put it on a pile and let it compost down. So, okay. I think that's about it for now. Just the overview of the garden. Now Chiclet and I, well, after she's done taking her little rest here, we're going to go pick everything and see what we have in our basket. Well, here's our basket I picked. Got a few nice cucumbers in there, some nice green zucchini and a yellow zucchini, and 2 nice little yellow squash right here. So I guess that's what will be for dinner tonight. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Y'all have a great day. God bless. See ya.